multi-length system in whatever system you want, all the way down to a K, and then what you guys are calling in your mission configurable system, K minus. An itsy bitsy little guy.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, Tyler here from Silencer Shop, and today I'm joined by Jake from JK Armament. Jake, you brought a whole bunch of good stuff with you today. Walk me through what sets JK apart from the rest of the industry, and the big kind of buzzwords I've been hearing, number one, are tone technology. What does that mean?
So tone technology is something we really focused on at JK Armament. What tone technology is the tone we're hearing. That's also a very important part of suppression. You play the guitar?
Sure.
You know
Passingly
about,
well.
the high E, the low E?
Absolutely. And so basically what you're leading me into here, I think, is you've got a peak pressure, which the meter picks up, right?
Absolutely.
Like a decibel rating.
Yep.
But then apart from that, what you think about, you hit a low E string versus a high E string, they'll have the same peak pressure if they're
Actually
the same
meter
volume.
the same, yep.
But they sound wildly different, and one may be unpleasant to you, the other one may be unpleasant to me, or vice versa, or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
We may not agree on which one sounds quieter or sounds better, is maybe a better word to use, right?
Absolutely.
So you guys have focused on kind of being able to adjust that tone.
Correct, and we achieve that through a few different ways. One, we're mission configurable. You can change the length, baffle by baffle, to adjust the tone for your ear. Mm-hmm. That's one way we accomplished it. The second way is we built in a tone tuner, and on some of our models have a tone tuner, which is a spacer that changes either your blast chamber dimensions, or you can put it towards the distal area of your suppressor or even the center based on your host.
Right, and that's just going to take some trial and error from an end user's perspective, because again, my ears are going to be different than your
Correct.
ears. I may like that tone tuner. And to kind of explain that, these silencers are completely modular. These baffles unscrew basically, and what you're saying is one of these is just a spacer. There's no baffle.
Correct.
On the back of it.
Yep.
And you can adjust that spacer in between different baffles and either make your blast chamber larger, or again, like you were saying, one of your distal chambers a little bit bigger.
Absolutely.
And again, adjust that tone, though you may not be adjusting the overall peak pressure of the system. The other big thing I've been hearing is mission configurable, and what that means versus modular. Explain that one to me.
We can go from a K size can, L size can, to a K minus. We can actually even shorten it all the way down to our tube area, depending on your mission.
For the fellow Marines out there, to explain K and L and S. L and S are pretty easy. They stand for long and short.
Long and short, right?
K, though, is a German word that basically means short. So a K silencer, in much the same way as the MP5 is described as an MP5K when it's got the itsy-bitsy little barrel on it.
Yep.
An itsy-bitsy short little silencer is often called a K.
Yep, short configuration, absolutely.
So you guys are mission configurable as opposed to a modular silencer, which maybe has one module on it. You guys are a true, multi-length system in whatever system you want, all the way down to a K, and then what you guys are calling in your mission configurable system, K minus. An itsy-bitsy little guy.
Absolutely. And that's really based off of this, we don't live in a fixed length world anymore.
Right.
Everything is configurable in length, our butt stocks, our barrel length, anything that we touch these days, even our pistols, can change in length. Why would we want a fixed length can at this
Absolutely.
point?
That's the way you explained it to me. I've got a six positional adjustable buttstock on all of my carbines. I can't think of an exception to that. And I've probably got 4 or 5 different uppers for every one of my lower receivers, all in different barrel lengths. And I got 10-round mags and 30-round mags
Absolutely.
and 60-round mags and 100-round mags and drum mags and all this stuff.
And even our optics do,
Exactly.
1 to 8, 1 to 10,
I'm
3 to 5.
configurable from size on everything,
Absolutely.
but I'm still buying a fixed length silencer. Why in the world? All right, so that's JK Armament in a nutshell, so to speak.
Yeah.
Talk to me now about your categorizations, because you got some numbers flying around out there that it took me a minute to actually figure out, but once someone explained it to me, it made complete sense. You got the 155 and the 105. What's the deal there?
Yeah, we try to keep it simple. So one of the first questions we get from customers is, what's the OD? What's the outside diameter? So ours are named after the OD. The 105 series is 1.05 outside diameter.
Inches,
and
for those of you Europeans paying attention.
Yeah, we're American here, so we got to do that.
Love it.
And the other one is 155, which is the outside diameter.
Got it.
So that's how we named our series. So any of our suppressors now and coming out in the future, you always know the diameter.
Will fit into one of those categories, and that category will be the outside diameter.
Correct. Yep.
So now within those categories, let's start off with the 105s. You got a really cool little pistol can down there. Talk to me about that.
This is our CCX. It's a 9mm concealed carry system made for pistols. It actually comes with 5 baffles. This is a shorter configuration. We went after 3 things here. We didn't want to impede the sight package. We wanted to make it holsterable, and we had to get rid of the booster. The booster has been a big sticking point on suppression for pistols. A lot of failures with them, a lot of maintenance. So we removed that. We made sure it didn't impede the sights, and we made sure that you could actually holster it.
So I'm going to pause you there for a second because you said a whole bunch of really cool stuff really quickly, and back up because some of this is incredible. There is no booster assembly in this silencer, which
Correct.
For those of you paying attention at home, booster assembly basically allows the weight of the silencer to come off the pistol, allow the gun to cycle. But since this silencer is so light, it doesn't need that decoupler. It just runs directly threaded on the end of the barrel, again, just because the system's so light.
Correct. In this configuration, we're actually 1.2 ounces. So
That's incredible.
you really don't even notice any weight on the end of your weapon.
So direct thread, 1/2x28, 9mm silencer that also clears sight picture. Your
Correct.
iron sights on, on a handgun. Typically, if you're running a traditional 1 3/8 diameter silencer or even bigger in some of the PCC silencers out there, there's absolutely no way on factory sights you're going to be able to see your target.
Yep.
Just because the silencer is coming up over the top of them.
Yep.
But you've got yours at a 105 diameter, allowing sight picture.
Absolutely. It's hard to compare it to anything. There's nothing like it in the industry. It's very small. It's been compared to again and again as a key fob. Everyone's got one of these in their pocket. As you can tell, it's very small. That's
Hit me up
right.
with the rimfire stuff.
Okay, so this is our VersaX 22. Comes with 4 baffles, and we found that most, especially if you're shooting just 22 LR, subsonic, it doesn't take a lot to suppress it. So we're trying to get that affordability and still offer the tone tuner and the modularity of the mission configurable to even the most basic user. So this is very good price point, very lightweight.
Which is all 7075 billet aluminum, correct?
Correct. Yep.
So,
Very lightweight, very durable, 17 HMR, 22 mag rated, no problems there.
and just because we haven't shown it yet, it's worth mentioning, yes, these do all come apart and you can reconfigure it in any length with any configuration of baffles / tone tuner inside there.
Absolutely.
Great. So moving off the little guy to the big boy.
So we also offer our 105 RFX rimfire system in full configuration for those that want, ultimate suppression. Maybe you have a very short barreled 22 LR pistol that require a little more suppression than, let's say, a bolt gun. So we're giving you that full configuration. We also added a 17.4 blast baffle. So if you have one of those cool full auto 22s or something, you could burn it down.
Or even a 22 Magnum or 17 HMR, something that's a little bit hotter than a 22 long.
Absolutely.
You're not worried about it.
Yep, you just takes that away. It's still also very lightweight.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And has amazing performance.
Great. So moving into 155.
We have our VersaX system. It comes in 30 cal, 9mm, and 45. It does come with 5 baffles and a tone tuner. This is the one you can tune that tone to your hearing. You may be shooting this on a 14.5.556, and it may require the tone tuner to be in one area, and you move to a 20-inch 6.5 Creedmoor, you may want it in a different area to get the tone correct for your hearing.
Should also pause and say general statement. All of your 155 cans come with a flat front cap on it.
They do have a slight flash hiding
Yeah, I see that.
ability
Yep.
built into them, so it doesn't have a huge flash. We make caliber specific end caps in the standard and the flash hiding end cap.
So that one's just on there as an example, but talk to
Yep.
me about that silencer.
Okay, so this is our SBRX. 4 baffles for those that want to put short barreled rifles to work. They want to go out to the range, bang away, LE military use. It is all titanium construction with a 17.4 blast baffle.
That's what I was about to ask. Yep.
Right? It is considered a K can, shorter can. It's also, we call it K minus. So you can start at a K, but if your mission dictates, you can go shorter than a K.
I would say as that ships to me, that's on a borderline of a K can. That's a very reasonable sized SBR
Absolutely.
silencer. It's
We
not
want-
a true K.
Right, we wanted to give you one more. That way, if you wanted to be just a touch longer, you could be mission configurable.
But then you can also drop it down to
Always drop it down.
an
to
itsy
where-
bitsy little guy.
Absolutely. We're going to jump into our RCX. This is our rifle caliber system. This is full length, 8 baffle, great for a bolt gun host, or just a great all around can do anything can. Rated on 5.56 to a 14.5 barrel. Very strong. It does have a titanium blast baffle, so you can get some durability there. The rest is 70-75 military grade. and very good price point. Also very light in weight. Something I would always have around as just a good all-around suppressor.
That's great. And then the last one.
Last one is our PCX. This is our pistol caliber system. This is in a 9mm. Great for subgun, PCCs. We've also been using them a lot on lever guns. That's become very popular. So it's been a very good lever gun host. Also very lightweight, titanium blast baffle, 70-75 construction.
And the difference between PCX and RCX, because they look very similar sitting side by side.
This is optimized for 9mm and pistol caliber system is what we call it. So works great on a subgun host, PCCs, lever guns. Really good all-around pistol host.
But still rated for centerfire rifle cartridges as well.
Absolutely. Works great on 300 blackout and even 5.56 if needed.
All right, Jake, so that is the lineup of silencers, kind of what sets JK apart from the rest of the industry. Talk to me about accessories here. I noticed these look very omnidirectional, like I don't have to time them.
Correct. We didn't want to have anyone have to time anything. We also don't want anyone to have to buy a special tool to mount anything. So everything we have has wrench flats on it, including our suppressor lineup.
Also, wrench flats in the front and the back.
Correct. So if you bury this in your can and it gets stuck, you can screw it out. You can also mount it from the front. If you want to bury this in a handguard, you can, because you can use a socket on the front. So no special tools required. You can apply torque. We have no issues with them. They also have a taper on the front, an Acme thread on the rear, so quick attach is what we call it. No issues with carbon locking, anything like that.
Now that taper and that Acme thread look really familiar to me.
Absolutely.
If I've got some Silencer Co. ASR muzzle devices on some of my guns, do your cans fit on those?
They do. We are reverse compatible with ASR. So
I
if
acted
you have
like
that,
I didn't know that already.
Yeah? You knew that.
Yeah, I know I knew that.
Yeah. Because it does fit. You know, there's a lot of ASR muzzle devices out there.
I've got a few of them.
And like the hub thread, we didn't want to force anyone to changing their muzzle devices. So if you have that currently, this will fit right over it.
Yep. So all of your 155 cans ship with your proprietary QD hub insert inside of it.
Correct.
No muzzle device, but they're available separately in whatever caliber or thread pitch you need for your gun. Again, in either compensator, flash hider, or sort
Combo,
of hybrid,
yep.
Or just sort of a minimalist, if you will, compensator.
Yep.
Again, in multiple thread pitches or whatever you need. Additionally, they run on Silencer Co. ASR muzzle devices if you got them sitting at home. Just no lock ring required on those because it's going to bottom out on this taper and lock itself up.
Absolutely.
Great. So we've talked about JK Armament, we've talked about tone technology, we've talked about mission configurable. What else sets JK apart from the rest of the industry?
It's our warranty. We're going to stand by our customers. We really feel like that's a very important piece to this. We have a unlimited, unconditional lifetime warranty. If you break it, you drop it, you run it over, we'll cover you.
Awesome. For more information on JK Armament, you can check them out on all the socials at JK Armament or Silencer Shop at Silencer Shop. Thanks for watching, guys.